Sandman PR vlog, Overkill48. We're just having a little bit of wrestling talk right now.
WWE.
This is the same day as our Fanboy Expo trip, but this was a different upload. We're going to be talking about the current state of the WWE and pro wrestling in general as a sport.
In my opinion, it'll be funny.
First topic.
Raw, man.
The breakup, the big breakup between Enzo and Cass, the pros and cons of it. I will discuss the pros, but we'll start with the cons, and Tim will express what he's concerned about for both of these gentlemen.
Well, I just think it's going to be hard. Enzo's got charisma, but I think it's going to be his burial, period. Physically, yeah. I mean, plus every time a tag team breaks up, what's the odds of both of them doing good? Edge and Christian, maybe? Mm-hmm. Who else comes to mind? Even the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy struggled.
When the Dudleys broke up, Devon was devastated.
They did decent in TNA, but I mean, you know, it's TNA at the same time. Not to knock any fans of it, but it's not like it used to be. You know, Big Cass, yeah, he's big, but he don't have no charisma, in my opinion. I like both of them. I thought they were good as a tag team. I think they need to wait.
They were very, very beloved.
They had Braun Strowman. They got Braun Strowman. They've got Roman Reigns. They got enough big guys. So Big Cass is going to be another big guy lost in the shuffle. Probably mid-card. And
might have
Enzo,
been Vince's call to break him up because Vince likes his big men.
But it's just so surprising because Enzo and Cass, they got sales.
Yeah.
You know, people love them.
Their merch numbers were like, as far as NXT people go,
yeah, their
merch was second to none. Like,
and the kids love them, which is usually what they aim for. They didn't even have any tag title. They don't want tag title reign. I feel like
I know they were never given the belts.
That's my biggest issue. I think their moment should have been at WrestleMania, but the Hardys came back. That's my personal opinion.
How could you take that momentum from that return?
Yeah.
You want to talk about a pop? You want to talk about a WrestleMania pop, man? I wish I had my phone holder so I wouldn't have to hold this phone.
Thank you, to sound YouTube like a stabilizer.
Not to sound like a little crybaby, but all right, here's the good things about the split, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I think this is this generation's closest thing they're gonna get to when Big Daddy Cool betrayed HBK. And they're gonna try and set it up to where Enzo will wrestle Cass.
That's just gonna fall flat.
The problem is Enzo's not Sean. Sean could hang with Big Daddy Cool. He could hang with
Enzo. He doesn't have the skill set, in my opinion. And in WWE, if you don't have the skill set, you better be a big guy to cover for it. Period. They don't cater to the little guys.
Obviously, I feel like Cass is gonna benefit more than Enzo.
He will. Probably not for a little while, but I think Cass needs to go to SmackDown.
I agree. I like that idea.
And keep them two apart. Don't even let them fight. If they're going to wrestle, keep distance between them and build the match up.
If I was booking it, what I would do is I would not let them see each other until the Royal Rumble.
I would probably let them do it at Survivor Series. Each be on a separate team for their different brand. I think that would work out good.
Well, imagine in the Rumble they encounter each other and like Cass has been on a roll. He's eliminated like 12 people. And he's got the ring empty.
And Enzo throws him out.
Enzo's music hits and they're so disgusted to see each other that Cass charges him and Enzo ducks and Cass pretty much eliminates himself.
I just can't help but to feel like all their momentum they had when they come up to Raw was completely derailed when Enzo got hurt. I think that was just it for them.
Yeah.
They've been big, don't get me wrong, but they never got the tag titles. They never
He was still out there doing his thing, which was the mouthpiece role.
Exactly.
And the wheelchair and the crutches and whatever.
So while we're talking wrestling, let's ask you a question. Who do you think the top 5 wrestlers right now are?
In the business right now, doing the game right now?
Let's subtract the part-timers, not count Goldberg.
Not even Cena.
Not even Cena.
I would throw Cena in that conversation with those legendary part-timers who are still bringing them big paydays.
Me personally, just for the record, I don't have an issue with Lesnar being a part-timer. I don't think it hurts the show.
Welcome to Tennessee.
Exactly. I think he brings, when he comes, people want to see the show.
Yeah. He's fun to watch. I mean, you're not a fan of the sport if you don't think Lesnar's fun to watch.
So top 5, who do you think?
Hardest working full-timers in the game today, top 5. Number 1, you'll probably agree, AJ Styles. He's phenomenal. I mean,
He's not my number 1, but I do agree.
he's not your number 1. I'm interested to find out what your number 1 is.
It wouldn't take you too long to figure out who I'd pick as number 1. He just beat the King at WrestleMania. I think Rollins is my number 1.
Rollins, yeah. Yeah, he's a hard-working full-timer for sure. Since he came back from that injury.
And as quick as he come back from it. And
I
then
think
he got hurt again.
KO's in that conversation too.
Definitely Kevin Owens is on that list. I mean, it's hard for me. I'd have to think exact order of a top 5, but I'd probably have Rollins number 1 and AJ number 2. That's just right off the top of my head.
Rollins number 1, AJ in the ranks there right behind him.
You know,
What do you call it in NASCAR when there's a car right on your?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Just car like behind.
KO's in the conversation. Maybe he's 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 for KO.
He's come down a lot. He's not on the same role he was. He had a heck of a 2016.
He did.
He when he debuted and beating Cena.
Well, his actual first part of the year was really good. I actually enjoy it. You know, I'm a Jericho fan, obviously. I think I'm his biggest fan, apparently.
You love Jericho.
But his stuff with Jericho I thought was amazing. I would actually like to have seen their feud end with the Universal title still, but I didn't have issues with Goldberg and Lesnar fighting for it either, because I think that brought some prestige to that belt that it needed.
All right. His match, KO, and being squashed by Goldberg, it didn't hurt him that bad, and that's because he is a good worker.
I will say that normally I would say put Finn Balor on that list, but he's been so injury prone that he's kind of like a honorary mention for me.
I know.
You know I'm a big Balor fan.
Finn would have been in there if he had kept. Imagine the what ifs if he had kept the Universal title.
Yeah, you don't know where that would have went.
Like if he had carried the title and had been the main man like he was supposed to be. Where does Braun Strowman fall on your list as far as workers?
He's definitely improved.
Yeah.
He is. He's opened my eyes up watching him. I thought he'd just be another big dumb guy, you know, that's just out there
Underutilized.
But to come from the
booking has changed.
It's fascinating because the Wyatt family, I honestly thought the second biggest guy would have been Luke Harper. The guy's amazing skill set.
He is.
But he kind of faltered. Strowman took off.
Did you see his match against Jinder on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Harper?
Yeah.
Harper took Jinder, man, to the learning tree. He was just whooping them.
I'm hoping that he eventually gets to the point that he
gets a title shot?
I hope he gets a title run. I think he needs a title
I wish
run.
they change his gimmick, though.
Yeah, he needs to change.
Like, shave a little bit, change his appearance.
The head
just don't look wide anymore. You're not in the family no more. Move on from that. Change your look.
Same with hair growing.
Wear like a biker. I could see him like a biker gimmick. Not necessarily coming out on the hog or anything, just like a leather vest and
the new school version,
like a do-rag, you know. A do-rag would be all right, so let's recap. So I'm gonna change mine to Rollins like you. Rollins, AJ. Who's after them if KO's 4?
That's a tough question. I mean, you got a lot of guys putting in.
Roman's been steady.
Despite popular belief, I'd put Roman 3rd.
He's steady worker, man.
I have no issue
when
with
he
Roman.
gets hurt. He heals and he comes back to work almost immediately.
Roman's issue, and only ever holding him back, is his mic skills. The dude puts on great matches.
I thought he did good Monday as a heel, though, when he came out.
Yeah.
And pretty much told the audience, you know, he was like, guess what? If you don't like it, I don't care. Like, I thought he done good.
See, I think that's more leaning towards what I'm hoping for, which is his more of like a renegade type dude. He's not going to be good or bad. That's what he needs so bad. He needs to be like Steve Austin. Just whoever looks at him wrong, you've had it.
And then slowly but surely the universe will grow to re-accept him, because there was a time where he was over.
Because I know that, you know, you like all the Shield guys too.
Of course.
And I know you would agree with me that a lot of the fan hate for Roman is a lot of bandwagoners just like, let's hate him, you know.
Yeah.
But the dude does good stuff. I can see why people have issues with being pushed so much. I understand that. But yeah, he would be a solid 3rd in my opinion.
Yeah, okay. I like that. We got Seth Rollins. We got KO. We got Roman Reigns. We're going to put KO at 4. And the top off of 5, you got The Miz and you got Dean Ambrose. Who gets that 5 slot? Miz is really...
I hate to say it, but I'll probably have to pick The Miz.
Over Dean.
I'm not a Miz fan.
I think Dean's momentum has slowed down in 2017, but he worked his tail off in 2016. You talk about a guy that never got hurt,
exactly.
was available for both shows, all the pay-per-views, was feuding with everyone. He is a working guy
exactly.
that they can always fall back on. When they need someone to hold the title, he's there for that purpose, even though he'll never be given a prestigious run with it.
And he's the guy who actually
he's a utility
came out
man.
on top of the Shield feud.
Oh, I love that.
When they had the
triple threat
feud.
Oh no, when he cashed in on Seth.
So he made it out as the top Shield guy. Technically,
you lost Cliff's spot to Miz though, because Miz has really reasserted himself as the kind of heel that if you haven't tangled with him, you're not going to be in the main event picture until you get through the Miz.
Here's the deal with the Miz. Whether you like him or not, he's always solid. I mean, period. His mic skills,
right.
In ring.
Mat skills.
He's just, he leaves enough that he's solid.
He's grown. Like if you were to have a dream booking between Miz and Johnny Mundo, if they were to meet today.
Don't get me started on that topic, man. I
know you was a big fan.
I was so disappointed that Morrison didn't get to be the one to turn on Miz.
He's sitting pretty pretty in Lucha Underground right now as their world champ.
I was a big Morrison fan. I thought that the ECW run he had suited him. He needed that push, and he was ready to do big things. And he just essentially Morrison screwed Morrison. I mean, pull the Bret Hart phrase, that Vince always said. But that's how it happened. I mean, he didn't like the direction it was going with Melina, and that's hindsight now. What good's that doing? But
what about last night? Actually, Cody Rhodes beat Ring of Honor's champ.
So I hadn't heard about that yet.
That bald-headed guy from TNA.
So is Cody Rhodes a champ now?
He's the champ, of the world heavyweight champ of Ring of Honor. I saw a tweet Goldust sent him saying, "Well done, Cody. Dad is looking down, smiling," something like that.
That's pretty awesome.
So Cody Rhodes is the world champion of Ring of Honor, but he's also scheduled to fight in Japan for their world title too.
That's cool.
He's
Cody, he's good. He's good. He's not like AJ Styles good, for example, but he's got a pretty good skill set to him, And speaking of that family, I'm glad to see Goldust back as a heel.
I think going back to his old character
that's what
ways,
he needs.
his tendencies.
I just hope they do something to keep that push going. It's helping him. It's helping R-Truth both.
It is amazing how he has dialed back the hands of time.
Yeah, it made it look flawless.
His physicality. I mean, the guy hasn't missed a step. It's insane. It's kind of like Tajiri, who hasn't seemed like he's aged a day.
I know, that's crazy.
It's still 1999 in Tajiri.
That was one of my wife's favorites.
He's fun to watch, man. He does some mean gigs. Yeah. So we discussed Cody Rhodes. We picked our top 5.
I will say another person I would consider as 5th place. If I'd have to think on
between Miz and Dean Ambrose.
No, another person not mentioned is, to me personally, is Bray Wyatt.
Okay. He's in that conversation as well.
The dude, he's got to be, for this new generation of wrestling, he's got to be the best mouthpiece out there. I mean,
what do you think of the
flow when he talks?
Divorce drama?
Man, that's
between
crazy. I just
his wife of 5 years filed for divorce,
and he was such a family man, so that really
I know. His wife is actually super beautiful, and he had kids in 5 years.
I know, that's really
for JoJo. And what's JoJo thinking? There's so many single male wrestlers.
She picks
Bray.
Dreadlock man there, yeah.
I say he used some voodoo on her.
Yeah, maybe he's really got some kind of powers. I don't know. But he's actually a solid performer, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, Bray's definitely on the uptick. Last year, he didn't have that great of a last year. Although this year, I thought that match with Orton hurt him. The House of Horrors match.
I thought that WrestleMania and House of Horrors, I thought 2 in a row was bad for him.
What was his WrestleMania? I don't remember.
That was with Orton too, and that was with that
It was just a regular
gimmicky stuff in the ring, like the bugs. In the ring,
okay.
Stuff like that. I think I was glad to see Bray Wyatt get the belt, but for only a month. I think it hurt him more than it helped.
He was on such a good level when he won at the Elimination Chamber. We were all shocked when they gave him the strap at that. Like,
and then it fell flat on him.
Right. I didn't think it was going to happen, and he won it, and I was happy for him.
That was actually my pick for it.
Yeah, that was your pick.
I was wanting to see it happen. Speaking of pick, I don't know if you've seen on Facebook on our Pro Wrestling Club group. You have to leave a link for that.
Yeah, that'll be in the description. Pro Wrestling Club Facebook page. Come join us. Come talk with us. If you're a wrestling fan, we don't care what federation. If you love the
UFC,
sport,
anything like that.
any combated sport, but mostly wrestling.
But if you looked at my post, I actually picked every single winner from the last pay-per-view. I nailed them all out. I was like, man, that was kind of crazy. What the odds of that
From
was.
Money in the Bank?
Yeah, from Money in the Bank.
Let's talk about Money in the Bank. Overall, not very good, and SmackDown's been on a roll. Their pay-per-views have proven better than Raw's this year, and this one fell flat on its face for so many different reasons.
I think Extreme Rules was bad, except for the main event.
See, I didn't see Extreme Rules. I missed it.
And I think Money in the Bank, the women's Money in the Bank match was a disaster.
Big fumble there. The Ellsworth being involved. And
I think it was the tag team match. Did it end in a disqualification too? Like the next match like that?
The Usos match?
Yeah, the Usos.
Yeah, they deliberately got
they got their stuff counted out. That's
right.
what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, again, you know. Mm-hmm. And then there was a third match that had controversy too. It was like 3 in a row. It was like,
overloaded with controversy.
And for a pay-per-view, that's, to me, is a big no-no.
It could be WWE trying to increase viewership on Raw by purposely hurting SmackDown.
It's possible. I mean, it's
because they have more advertisers on Raw.
But the actual guys' Money in the Bank match, I thought it was a pretty good match. I did enjoy it.
Yes.
But it's hard to watch, which we still call them pay-per-views. I guess they're technically not anymore because they're
so
network.
Common now.
Yeah.
Well, we still call them pay-per-views. We paid that $10.
But to me, it doesn't feel like a big presentation if you're only going to have 1 or 2 good matches, and the rest. To me, Money in the Bank felt like another episode of SmackDown.
I heard they lost a lot of subscriptions after Money in the Bank.
I can see why.
A lot of cancellations on the network.
See, that makes me wonder if they're redoing the match because it was storied, or if they're redoing the match because of fan controversy, kind of like the Daniel Bryan situation.
Mm-hmm. We have seen them bend will to the universe in the past. And
the
could
fans
this be that?
hated that when that happened.
Daniel Bryan coming back was definitely a positive thing for SmackDown. What I wanted to say, I didn't like that it was only a SmackDown pay-per-view. Money in the Bank was always both brands.
Money in the Bank needed to have 3 from each on it, at least in that match. I mean, period. It needed to have or any.
Raw deserves to have a Money in the Bank winner too, though. I mean, I don't like that it was SmackDown only.
Well, even if Raw doesn't have a Money in the Bank winner, they should have had a chance for any superstar on any show to win that case, and they could go to whatever show they wanted to challenge for that championship. I think it was the way it used to be on the old brand split, actually.
Right. Brand Warfare days.
Similar to the Royal Rumble. If you win the Royal Rumble, you get to choose which title you go for.
You'd pick the title you wanted to challenge for, yeah.
But, I mean, that's how it is.
Tim doesn't get to watch it very often, but the NXT scene, Aleister Black has really taken that roster by storm. He's very, very unique. He's different. His strikes are very, very Sambo and Muay Thai looking. And you feel for the people that he's kicking in the face because it looks full contact, at least, from a perspective of someone watching. So if you haven't had the chance, Watch some NXT. Watch some Aleister Black. He's taking that place by storm. McIntyre, ridiculously he's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah.
Very similar to Jinder.
I was surprised to see McIntyre come back.
He is in phenomenal shape. His arsenal has improved so much.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of his stuff.
I'm looking forward to him and Aleister Black actually running into each other on the way to the title. In the meantime, this little the strong guy from our Ring of Honor is who they got matching up with Bobby Roode right now. Roode, I think, is an excellent champ. He's a great heel. His workmanship in the ring is very solid. You're talking about a guy that beat Shinsuke twice. Shinsuke never could beat Roode, so that's impressive on its own.
Until
he out wrestled him.
He'll get it back when they go back.
I'm sure they're going to revisit their rivalry when he's promoted. For right now, I think Roode is exactly where he needs to be in NXT. They need a strong, proven, someone who's not there learning, someone there at the top of the mountain, and exactly what Roode's doing.
Somebody knows what they're doing. And
Roderick Strong is all right. He's okay. He didn't have a whole lot of personality. It's kind of like one of them, like, falls in that generic column. Yeah. Doesn't have a whole lot about himself to distinguish.
But that's the good thing about NXT.
He's good in the ring. Don't get me wrong. The guy's talented.
They've got time. That's what they're there for, though, to build that up.
Apparently, he was in Ring of Honor for like 10 years.
Really?
So he was the champ there.
That's pretty wild. Which I've not watched a lot of.
The guy's he's a workhorse dude, and you get that from him. I think they need to develop his character some, give him something to build his.
Triple H will work with him. He'll get him going.
He's in the right place for sure. You got Sanity. Sanity is Eric Young's faction, and he's got these two massive guys, and then that one crazy chick, and him. Eric Young, as his physicality when he wrestles, a lot like Aleister Black, you feel sorry for his opponent. He does not pull his punches.
Eric Young, yeah, he's good.
He is a very hard-hitting, like in-your-face style. Very brawler type, but at the same time, he technically works people down to the point where they can't get up anymore. And
prime time.
He's brutal.
He's
brutal wrestler. So yeah, this is just an up-to-date our state of the WWE.
So you watch a lot of NXT.
I try to watch it every week. My dad.
I can't give my
shout out to Sandan.
So, but I'm gonna ask you. So, who's your top guy from NXT?
The top guy in NXT right now is by far
your top guy. Your pick.
The champ, Bobby Roode. He is a great heel. He's great. His ring work is solid. His conditioning, the way he maintains his physicality. He's one of those guys that can go from super distinguished to, he can really start throwing down when he has to. And I love the way he's dominated the scene since he beat Shinsuke twice. So Bobby Roode is not only the top dog as far as being champion, but in my eyes, he's...
So last year you would have picked Nakamura.
Oh, easily.
This year, Roode.
Yeah.
So you almost essentially who they carried over.
Very, very difficult. How were they going to fill the gap? When Finn left, they had Shinsuke, and it was almost an immediate connection with the universe. People just loved the guy. Never heard of him before, and some people knew he was coming. Some people knew of his New Japan stuff. Like, did you know that he was trained by Barnett, the UFC fighter Barnett?
No,
the one that used to fail drug tests all the time. That
really?
Josh Barnett. Yeah. He won the UFC title like 3 or 4 times. That guy, heavyweight.
That's crazy.
He taught Shinsuke how to shoot when Shinsuke was in his 20s.
That's pretty cool. You can see it in his style, though. I mean,
strong style, buddy.
So, one last question for you before we end this. What wrestler would you like to see come back?
If I could have a dream return,
somebody that it's
realistic here.
Pigeonhole it here to somebody realistic. Like, I know that you love to see
RVD.
Fantasy matches with the Hitman, but health-wise, it can't. So somebody that you can see physically.
I think RVD deserves another run. I know you'll agree with me. You love RVD.
Definitely.
Lifelong
ECW
fan.
for life, man. So
But who else falls in that conversation that could do it? Like RVD's still in shape.
Exactly.
He stays in shape.
We need more Jericho.
Jericho, you want another
the
run?
gift of Jericho.
You can't get this guy enough Jericho.
Do you want Taker to have one more match?
No. I think he deserves.
Be over.
I think he's done.
No redemption, no nothing.
I think he's paid his dues. Let him retire.
Does Kane deserve a good?
Yes. But where we're going right now, Knoxville, Tennessee, he's running for mayor, and that's consumed.
Will he get his last match then?
It's hard to tell. I don't think so. If things go well and he gets elected, that's the next 4 years, him focusing being mayor, or maybe it's longer than that.
That'll take his time. I know it feels like a lightning round.
This is what he wants to do, though.
So, Joe or Lesnar, who you got?
How many of you guys, comment below, let Overkill and I know who you will have between Lesnar and Joe. I know you don't want Joe. I mean, I'm
hoping for a complete destruction.
He wants Lesnar to decimate him. I'm gonna go with my dad and say I want Joe to win, but I want it to be one of those like he by the skin of his teeth kind of victories. I just want to see a really good fight. I think both men are going to deliver. This is the most exciting feud in Raw all year, in my opinion.
Or are they giving it away too soon?
Some people feel that way. I say
nah,
go ahead, do it now. Great Balls of Fire. I hate the pay-per-view name, but I'm excited.
It's a stupid name, yeah, I agree.
There's so many old ones they could have just read.
Everything about that pay-per-view is the look, the name, all of it's just stupid. The music.
Only diehards are going to watch this. We're going on 30 minutes, but Tim and I thank you. Please like, comment below. Please join Pro Wrestling Club on Facebook. Please subscribe to our channels. Overkill is mostly unboxing videos and toy hunting, but he'll do some wrestling related stuff too. His link.
I do prediction videos. For the big pay-per-views of the year.
And I do, as you know, the reactions as best as we can. But we got a lot going on today. I need to save some memory for recording at Fanboy. So we'll hop off of here. In the meantime, peace.